got no shame.
Well, okay. Now, if you have a big butt, if you're a woman with a big butt, you automatically get a gift.
That's a different thing.
Whoa.
Right? That's
It's
what
different.
Derek would do. I'm not talking about
You're getting
myself. I'm talking
personal,
about
Billy. You're
Derek.
getting personal.
Derek will
personal
definitely
now.
buy a big booty princess a gift.
They don't
It
even know
comes-
what you're talking about. They don't even know. They don't even know
Well,
the
then
backstory.
I'll
to that,
explain. So Derek
no, it's
is
fine.
an American man who likes
Yeah.
big butts,
Cannot lie.
and he has in the past purchased extravagant stuff for women with big butts. Like, for instance, maybe I don't know if you guys listen to the show, but Derek paid for an entire birthday party for a kid that wasn't
No.
his, a woman that wasn't his, all because the woman had a big butt.
We
So-
did really well that year. You know, we
Hey.
did
Yeah.
really well that year.
We
Yeah,
did. We
man,
had a
nothing
great
wrong with
year,
with
and
him
we
liking
had a
the
great
six-
rear, according to Derek.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
thank you,
God.
Billy.
That's a San Antonio thing, man. You know, being
Oh,
a
man.
thing for big butts. It is.
No,
a thing.
Mike, what do you call it? You call it the torta line, right?
Oh no. There's a difference between torta and being thick, dude. Thick with two C's is one thing. The torta life, I'm not about, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Mike, man.
Hey, I got a question because I think it was Nard or maybe it was me. Somebody said something rude on our show about, you know how they have like deer crossings and stuff, that they need to have
Yeah.
torta crossings. I thought that was rude. Whoever said that, they're rude.
That was
But
definitely you.
also, like, I don't know if it was me, Derek. You can't say that.
They're all over Oyster
Nard
Bay.
wouldn't be
Market
that
Square.
witty.
That's true. That is a fact. Nard is not witty.
No.
Speaking of Christmas, do you guys want to hear what Derek did to Nard's yard?
Oh,
We're gonna hear in
yeah,
3
man.
seconds. Give us 1 second.
Hold on.
Where the dreams don't fade from the river walk nights to the Alamo shade. We rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210. Oh, it's the life that we chose.
That's right. We're
All
rising
right.
together on a Friday morning. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by PF Chang's La Cantera. And in the middle there, we have two special guests, Billy Madison and Derek from the Billy Madison Show from 99.5 KISS. You know them, you love them, you respect them. I respect them. Man, they do a fantastic job out there. Joe Garcia manning
Yeah.
the ship at the studio. Billy, Derek, how you doing this morning?
Well, doing pretty fun, you know, doing a good
Doing
time
pretty
here,
fun.
hanging out with you guys.
So, I mean, here's the thing. You asked us the question, do we watch your show? Do we listen to your show? We listen to your show. It's a 4-hour show, man, and it is
Yeah.
short attention span theater because
Yeah.
if you don't like the topic, wait 60 seconds. There's going to be another topic along the way. But it's just, I did radio for 3 years, right? Sports talk radio. There's always something to talk about. Spurs, Cowboys, Texans, Longhorns, whatever. I have a defined set of things to talk about. But you guys just go off the wall for 60 to 180 seconds on topic after topic after topic. How hard is it to do your show?
Oh, it's terrible. It's gruesome. I hate it. It's the worst.
It's
like-
it's
it's-
really it's audience driven, so we take a lot of
Yeah.
calls, so the calls help
No.
out a lot.
It's brutal. That's why I need like a long ass vacation because they, like I was telling Derek, like our audience expects a lot from us every day. It's like, golly, you guys want a lot. And so we give them a free show. It's 4 hours. You know, we try to make it funny. That's hard to be funny for that long. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
But
Every day.
Derek, it's a fun show, man. And do you ever look at the topics and think, man, we don't have enough, man? Do you ever hit that 3-hour break, 4-hour mark, and think to yourself,
Mhm.
man, we're struggling here. We need more content. Or is it something that's so produced that you have everything in front of you?
I mean, Billy and I have talked a lot. Things have, changed drastically over, I guess, it's probably been the past couple years, but the past year, the way news is done, because we've done the show so long, like news used to be delivered in such a different way, even from things like Daily Mail and things like that. There used to be like a lot of like funny stories out there. Now the news is strictly it's all done by AI. Like AI is doing the news, so everything is just like basically video format. So it has been an adjustment as far as like that goes. but Billy does a great job of like, scouring the internet every day. And I think that our banter, we've been, doing the show long enough that, we can always just kind of fall back on making fun of each other for, if we need some time to fill. And then
Yeah.
a call usually sets something off, or, Nard does something really, really, really stupid. And we always somehow seem to find a way to make it, to fill it up.
Y'all
That's my
take your
biggest
frustrations out
nightmare.
on Nard.
Well, Nard's very mad at me right now because we allude. I shouldn't say we. Billy doesn't do it. I do it. I allude very specifically where, like, in the city Nard lives. Like, I really like neighborhood. I've basically given out his address on the air, and he had these two like 20-foot tall inflatables that he was so very, very proud of, and he bolted them into the ground. He was ready to go, and I put a bounty out there of $100 on anybody that could either steal them or destroy them. And 2 days ago, somebody, I guess, stopped by and sliced them up pretty good. And so
Yeah.
he's pretty mad at me, and I don't know what he's mad at me about. I'm the one that has to pay the bounty, but he was, so he's pretty upset right now.
Imagine that. Dude,
Yeah.
putting a bounty on somebody's Christmas decorations, and then
Yeah.
our crazy audience is like, yeah, I want that $100.
No,
So
yeah.
two dudes show up, jump out of a car, stab it.
Yep.
Because Nard's neighbor's like, I saw two guys get out of the car, but I to get the heat off Derek, I just told Nard, I'm like, it's probably those girls that you bang and you screw over, and they're
Mhm.
probably mad, and so they want to destroy your stuff. So it's not Derek's fault, it's your fault for being a whore.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
and that's a big part of your show, or that whenever I come across the show is I love the dating segments that you guys have and the bad dates and things
Yeah.
like that. Are you guys surprised by anything these days? Because, in listening to your show, there's always a topic out there about this person did this person wrong. Heck, even in college football this week, University of Michigan got rid of their coach because he was allegedly banging his administrative assistant, and he lost out on over $10 million because of it. Are you surprised by anything these days when it comes to people not keeping their pecker in their pants?
Man, I mean, the
No.
pee-pee is that's the thing that'll make you lose all your money. So
I'm
you
so
got to keep
glad
your pee-pee
radio
in your
does not
pants.
fire over cheating on your wife. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
What did you say,
should
Mike?
You
You
really
said
be
no.
fired for cheating on your wife? I don't know.
Oh man.
Really
Mike-
got fired because he lost to Ohio State, because they
Yeah,
knew
but didn't he like
about
go
it.
crazy too?
They knew about it, but they didn't fire him until he lost to Ohio State.
Okay, well,
That's
think
awesome.
about this. Think about this. The affair became public. He lost his job, and then he got arrested all in the same day.
Yeah,
That is
wasn't he
the-
like he went to that woman's house and had
Yeah.
like a knife or something, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, man, and he's gonna try to sue for that money that he lost, right? When it's all said
Yeah.
and done. But I think
Right.
the firing was not so much the affair. Well, maybe it was because it was a staffer, but I think the allegations may have happened on campus, maybe
Right.
in the office or whatever the case may be.
Oh,
Because they
Cheetos,
fired him
all of
for a
them.
cause, right? So they don't have to pay him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I mean, it's funny because you have all these issues that come out like that. There was Josh Primo
Right.
with the Spurs back in the day,
Yes.
dropping the towel.
Right.
okay.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
a
and
PSA
if
for
you
the
even-
dudes.
Yeah. You go back further than that, the Tony Parker and the
Oh, Brent Barry.
yeah. I mean,
Is
cheating
Mooney
has
really that
always
great?
been
I mean-
been like a main topic because everybody still does it, and it's only gotten worse because of social media, because people
Yeah.
have access to people. So yeah, I mean that's great for us. That's right up our alley. So
I mean, you're wearing a Yankees cap. Wasn't there like a couple of Yankees that swapped wives in the 70s?
I
Like,
wouldn't be
I-
surprised, but I have no idea. I'm a fraud. I'm not a baseball fan. I just think baseball.
You just look good.
I think
You just look good in
baseball
pinstripes.
baseball has to look better than I'm a football guy purely, but football hats to me are just dumb.
They're
Like,
kind
it's
of
a baseball
stupid.
hat, so yeah. But I'm a fraud though. I don't watch any baseball.
Very nice. Talking to Billy Madison and Derek from the Billy Madison Show, 995 KISS every morning. They're on vacation, but they're gracing us with their presence. It's fun. You get the calls in, right?
Yeah.
And do you ever just look at each other going, we are off the rails today?
Yeah.
Like, what happened with this call? I like it when people don't call back or they ghost somebody from a bad date.
Yeah.
I don't know what would, and I'm not going to get into anything personal or something like that, but I know I just got married 4 weeks ago, right?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
badass, dude.
Go round number 3,
Yeah.
man. Third time's a
Oh,
charm.
nice. Nice.
Are you
What?
serious? 3 times?
3 times.
He's got 3 rings.
You just love misery,
you love
huh?
love. You love
Yeah.
love. Yeah.
Yeah, I got divorced on 7/11 officially. We were separated for 2 years. 7/11 got remarried on 11/7. So those are my lucky numbers.
Golly.
But here's the thing, though. We look at each other. We go, man, we don't ever want to be single ever again because the
Right.
dating pool sucks. Like dating apps suck. All of that is awful. We don't want to have the conversation of, well, what's your favorite color? What do you like to do on your spare time and all that stuff? Why do you think the dating pool sucks these days?
Oh man, social media, people
Yeah.
are I think they're just into themselves. They just love
You got to
themselves.
have everything together. They're looking for Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. If you have one red flag, people, you know what I mean? Like, you used to be able to get away with having like a couple red flags because like everybody has them. But nowadays, it's like, man, you have that one red flag, people, they, you know what I mean? They move on real quick. And that's what I think the biggest problem is, me personally. My mom used to date guys that had so many issues all the time. And it was
And
just
she
like,
was
well,
fine. She was happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't a problem, right? Like she would date some terrible dudes. But like nowadays, like girls won't deal with that. And guys either. Guys, they don't want to date a girl that doesn't have her stuff together. And they want girls nowadays to make the money. And it's just like things have really, that's the one thing I've noticed is that things have like roles have like really flip-flopped. Like
That was
big
one of
time.
your recent shows talking about
Yeah.
whether there should be patriarchal roles or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
but my girl loves that. My girl's like, I will cook and clean as long as, and she
Make
makes
more
good
money.
makes good money. But she goes, but you make more. You go make more money. You know, go
Yeah.
do what you do.
Oh yeah, get you out there. Yep.
Yeah,
making the
that's
money.
exactly right. We do have
Hey,
a
we
super
got a
chat
super
coming on
chat.
in from Greg Castanuela.
Here comes the money.
$10
We lost
super
Derek.
chat saying, happy Friday, fellas. Awesome to have Billy and Derek on Puro Sananto. Very, very nice. Greg, thank you so much for the super chat. You know what? We need to bless these guys with a grito. Because I don't know if he
Really?
knows this, but whenever someone gives the super chat of $5 or more, they get a grito. And the one they're gonna get, Joe, I think is the Sitco guy.
You want the Sitco guy?
I want the Sitco guy.
All right, we'll do that.
Todos me pegan toda la pura verga. Me trepan a la verga. Mira.
That's us fighting back the haters. Speaking of haters, Derek, you mentioned something before we got on air. You said I know of you guys. You guys stir crap up a bit.
Yeah.
Tell
that's-
tell us about that. Because I don't realize that we stir things up. We just piss people off from time to time.
Oh man, I think you know exactly what you're doing. I've seen you in the mix numerous times. You and Fernandez, I've seen him. You know what I mean? Tell everybody, you know, if they can't afford it, that they're poor. You know what I mean? You
Poor.
guys love to mix
Dang,
that
you
up.
guys make fun of the poor people?
Yep, no, for sure. And listen, I love it. I'm not criticizing at all. It's like whatever. I get it. You got to get those numbers, and you got strong opinions. Sometimes you have very thick skin, Mike. I definitely know that, and you're able to. I respect it very much. How you're able to have your opinion and you stick to it. But I can't even think of one because I feel like you've been in hundreds.
Oh man,
It's true.
every time you blink.
I
You
feel
know,
like you stress Joe out because Joe I know likes to kind of like, okay, let's have a calm ship here. You know what I mean? But
No, I called
feel like
people poor the other day, Derek, because I said, you know what really pisses me off? And I'm gonna be this is my pet peeve, man. And you've seen
Yeah.
it on social media. It's
Okay.
game day, Spurs games on or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, man. I'm gonna watch the game. And then you got people like, what channel's the game on? I'm like, bro, you got a phone right there. You can't Google it. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's on Amazon Prime. I can't afford it. Send me a link. I'm like, you poor mother. It's like it's $16 a month, man. Your bar tab's more than that on a weekend. You know, like, come on.
It's all about how you spend your money. No,
Well,
but yeah, that's what I've definitely seen over the, and it's, I mean, that's not a recent thing. Like I've seen it over the years. And again, I respect it. Like you gotta do what you gotta do to get people talking.
and you know what's so funny though is that when Joe and I go off on our rants,
Hmm.
we don't sit there and think to ourselves, "Man, we're going to get people pissed off today." It
Right.
is just something that organically happens, and someone will find it, take a clip, and run with it on Twitter, and it's the funniest thing. We've had 5 articles written to by us by the Current, couple by the Express News, and it's like just based on a stupid we talk about San Antonio being poor, right?
Okay.
It
Michael
is,
Carlos, yeah.
you know, to quote TLC in the 90s, that is actual and factual, right? They said it's a poor city. It is what it is. You know, that's why
Yeah.
we don't have an NFL team. That's why we don't have a baseball team. That's why we don't have this and the other. And the whole debate about the arena and Project Marvel and all that, it was just like, you know, we got to think big, man. You know, I want San
Right.
Antonio to think big. That's basically it, man. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but sometimes I come off that way. And for that, I do not apologize.
What was
But
our
with-
best-selling shirt, Mike, so far from the merch store? Shut up,
we-
Gino.
We
But that
won't
was
get
because
into that.
no, I know that, but I'm just saying, you know, we come up with some things sometimes and we say this and that, and it just catches fire. Like people roll with
Right.
it and they just go with it, and it's just us being organic, just talking, you know.
And
Well,
San
I think
Antonio
that's why
sports
you
media.
that's why you got on the radio originally though, Mike, because didn't you won a contest, didn't you?
Yeah, there were over 100
Yeah.
people who auditioned for Rock the Mic on ESPN
Right.
San Antonio, and I'm the one who
Right.
won the contest, and then kind of did the weekend radio gig for a while. COVID happened, and then when COVID opened up, they started expanding their shows, and I kind of slid in and was filling in the midday, and then that fill in became a regular thing, and then they named me the host a few months later, and had a good run, man. I was had the #1 sports show when it came to ratings in
Yeah.
San Antonio, and they rewarded me by laying me off, man. It was fantastic.
Right when you were getting
That's
ready to
messed
do your
up.
show.
Oh, my ratings. I'll show you my ratings. I have proof of my ratings. They were ridiculous for sports talk radio.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Men 25 through 54, I owned in San Antonio from that 12 to 3 spot. Man, I owned
I
it.
believe it.
And,
I believe it because I see sports talk radio ratings nowadays, and they
Yeah.
literally, I mean, they have none. So
well, you know what's funny about it? 'Cause
Believe
I
it.
believe that local sports media is afraid of the Spurs. I think they're afraid of UTSA. I think they're afraid to actually do stuff. That's why Joe and I have all the ability in the world to go out and get press passes, but we'd
Yeah, I
rather
don't
speak
want
our mind
Yeah.
than walk the company line. But joined by Billy Madison and Derek from the Billy Madison Show, 995 Kiss. You know, it is Christmas season, and I know Joe wants to get into bad gifts.
Yeah, bad
do you-
gifts.
Are you a good gift giver or are you a bad gift giver? And I know that sometimes it's about
Terrible.
budgeting and stuff like that, but are you a terrible gift giver?
yeah,
I
'cause I'm
think-
terrible with my money.
Derek's pretty bad at buying gifts. He got me this Cowboys light though. He did get me
Oh,
that.
that's dope, man.
Yeah,
Are you
that was
a
expensive,
Cowboy
too.
fan?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no, he's not.
I'm a huge Cowboys fan.
he made his theater room into a Cowboys room in case he sold his house. That way, 'cause he thought
Exactly.
it would sell better. Yeah.
So when it comes to like Christmas shopping, do you go to the mall? I mean, do we find you at North Star? Do we find you at La Cantera? Or are you out
Yeah.
are you out doing it by Amazon's exclusively?
You probably
I
find
just-
me at La Cantera every day.
Every day.
Really? That's how you know
Yep.
Sean from PF Chang's La Cantera, baby. Go
There
get
you
some
go.
get some
Yep.
Asian cuisine.
Yeah.
I was just there yesterday.
Very nice. Very
See,
nice.
I'm on the other side of other side of town, so I'm going to South Park. You know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm doing.
That's my hood. That's where I grew up. I grew up on the south side of town.
That's where I mean I live on this. I live out in Elmendorf, so like I live
Oh,
way
wow.
out here. Yeah. So I'm going to the mall too, but I'm shopping for myself. Like I'm not, you know.
One for you, one for them, one for you. That's
No, just 2 for me. None for them. None
okay.
for
So
them.
I got to get your opinion on a couple of things real fast. We'll
Okay.
get back to the Christmas stuff. But you
All
mentioned
right.
that you're from the South Side, right?
Well, yeah, that's where. Yep,
you-
that's where I live.
Do you like the rodeo? Do you like Fiesta, or is that overhyped?
I mean, I've never been to the rodeo. We've been here since Billy. How long have we been here?
Since
2000
2011.
Yeah, 2011. I've never been to the rodeo before, so I avoid all things like that. You know.
I don't like traffic.
Yeah, I hate traffic. Traffic
And
is.
crowds
And the
scare
drivers
me.
here are terrible. So
Yeah, I don't like any traffic or large crowds.
Yep.
Except at our events, we can have
Yes.
super large crowds.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the only time that I'm cool with crowds.
Yep.
you
I usually have to do oyster bake, but that's usually the only Fiesta event that I get out to.
Hey, Derek, I don't know if you know this, but Mike is 1-0 in Fiesta fights, man. He likes to brag about it.
Oh,
What?
One and
You
only Fiesta
fought?
fights at Oyster Bake, man.
Mike!
Beat this guy's ass at Oyster Bake one time.
Oh, Mike.
It was like the movie A
Mike,
Christmas
you're
Story.
insane, Mike.
It was like the
You're
movie A Christmas Story.
absolutely
I jumped
insane.
on top of him, and it was like that kid going, frickin'.
Mike, you're a lover, not a fighter, bro. Come on.
Hey, that's funny. That is. How long ago was this?
Oh my god. Okay, so this was with my first wife. She
Okay.
I was out getting beer. It was a literal hold my beer moment. I'm getting us
Yeah.
beer, and we're watching a band perform, and some guy's checking her out, and I'm like, that's no big deal. That happens from time to time, whatever. And then he goes up to her and just grabs her ass, like full cup of ass, right?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I told my friend, hold my beer, and I went and I dragged him down and I beat the crap out of him, man. I got a good 8 to 12 punches in. And then the great thing is that when the cops came to break it up, they took
Yeah.
him away and let me stay.
That's amazing.
Really?
That's incredible.
Just
They let
because
me
you
say-
do sports?
Well, no, this was before all that. Well, actually, I was on the news then because I used to be a reporter at KBB for 5 years. So
Oh wow.
maybe-
You gonna tell him how Greg Simmons almost killed you with the freaking phone?
Oh yeah, Greg Simmons threw a phone at me one time. It was one of those phones that you used to pick up like that, the rotary phones.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that thing was like a 40-pound phone. He threw it at me one time. He was my boss for 4 years. So
That was back when
Damn.
you used to be able to assault employees and stuff like that.
Yeah, you used to be able to throw stuff at we still can.
Yeah.
Derek will on several occasions throw something at Nard and he's got aim. This dude's got an arm, so he nails Nard every single
Right.
time. I think he's hit him every single time he's thrown something at him, right? And Nard
Yeah.
will look at it and he sees it coming but doesn't move. It's the weirdest thing.
No,
How
yeah,
is-
last
how is
one was
Nard
the
these
trash
days?
Can, the trash can. I sort of launched it, and it's a metal trash can. I mean, it
Yeah,
probably weighs
it makes
like
a
10
great
pounds.
sound though. I like
It does,
things
yeah.
that make a good sound, and it's real heavy.
Hit him right in the
and-
face. Like he was looking
Right
at
in
the
the
whole time. Hit him
face.
right in the face. Right in the face. On
Okay.
camera. It's on my Instagram if you want to see it. BMS_Derek. It's a great moment. It's
is
a
Nard
great
doing
moment
okay?
because
Health?
there's like,
is getting back healthy? Nard.
oh yeah,
who
no,
cares?
he's fine.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
I mean, he's got an Instagram girlfriend, and so he's on cloud 9 right now. Billy actually got him set up he's getting abs and chest surgery done by Dr. Genevieve.
Right.
while we're
Nard
on-
went into
it-
debt for
true.
that, by the way. He
Really?
spent
True
a
story,
lot.
you know.
We have another super chat coming on in. This one from Sean Quintero for PF Texas La Cantero.
I'm back. Sorry, someone was calling. That was rude.
Oh, no big deal.
We have
Yeah,
a
but
super
Nard
chat
getting
from
that
Sean.
done. Spent a ton of money like an idiot, and I don't know. This is a funny story. So he goes in to get it done, right?
Mhm.
And they do blood work and they do urine tests and stuff like that, even the day of, to make sure that he's healthy, because they gotta, it's professional. Well, this dumbass never told him that he's on Adderall, and so he's like, I can't do surgery on you. You didn't tell me you're on Adderall, and so his whole surgery, right? They had it all. He was all prepped, everything on the table, ready to get it done, and then they get this stuff back, and nope.
Nard didn't know it would show up in a pee test.
Jesus.
Jeez.
No, he's an idiot.
Oh,
He's an
there's
idiot.
the $10 super chat coming in from Sean Quintero.
From Sean Quintero. Okay, so there's a claim that I've made on the show that no one believes me. So this thing called tall
No,
tales,
no.
right? Like they
Mhm.
believe that me getting into a fight at Oyster Bake was a tall tale, right?
Okay.
The other one was back in oh my god, this was probably the late 90s, early 2000s. I was at Racquetball and Fitness, which is on Babcock and Callahan, right? Which is now a Gold's Gym. And they're known for having a big indoor basketball court. This was back in the day when Tim Duncan was young on the team.
Yeah.
And one day at 2 a.m, I'm working out. Tim Duncan walks in along with Antonio Daniels and about 3 or 4 other NBA players that were not from the Spurs. And they wanted to run 5-on-5, and they asked me if I wanted to run. And
Shut up.
I said no,
Tell them why you
Yeah.
said no.
because
That's
I
a
didn't
very
want I
unbelievable
didn't want
story, I'll be honest.
I didn't want to be the person at the wrong place at the wrong time and have them land on my ankle.
No,
Land
you
on my
said you
foot.
didn't want to hurt Tim Duncan.
I didn't want to hurt Tim Duncan. I didn't want to be that
No
guy
mames,
that
Mike. Come
he
on,
rolled his
bro.
he
Dude,
rolled
he's
his,
tall.
his
How tall
ankle.
are you?
At 5'7", 5'8".
Okay, so you're just gonna hurt his balls, is all. You're just gonna run into his balls.
Elbow his balls. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mike,
that's
There
you
you
what
got
go.
cooked by Billy.
All
I
those
love it.
NBA guys' balls would have just been bruised.
Mike,
Yeah,
I
okay, so
decline.
he is 16 inches taller than me. That might be
Yeah.
true, but it's funny because people don't believe that happened. But Derek, you're shaking your head believing that it didn't happen, but it happened at 2:30 in the morning. Racquetball and Fitness, summer of '99, summer of 2000, right around then.
Okay.
Back
So
in
he
the
That's
day,
was-
early.
yeah.
What, that was
early
like what
when he
his
started, right?
second year in the league? When
Second
did he get
year,
drafted?
I was
Yeah.
23 at the time.
Okay.
You know, I was
Yeah.
at the gym, working out, shooting hoops, stuff like that. It was funny, man.
I have no reason to believe that you are lying, Mike. I really don't. Like, nothing has indicated that you're a liar. It's just that is a really hard story to believe, though.
$5 super chat coming in from Elias.
Yep,
Money
we got
talks,
some.
baby.
Here comes the money.
Saying this $5 is for the girl that Mike fought at Oyster Bake.
Your
Hey, I'm-
audience is a little like ours.
Yeah. Hey, we got
also
another
have-
super chat coming
From
in.
I'm Still Here,
Here comes
which I believe is Matt, if I'm not mistaken, says Mike
Yeah.
always getting detained, coming back into the United States.
We got one more super chat coming in, Mike.
Okay.
And this was because of my comment that I was making about Amazon Prime. He says, and thank you so much. I'm still here, Tan, for the $2 super chat. He says, Hood Skills turning food stamps into Amazon Prime money. So they can pay for that Prime account and watch the Spurs game.
Hell yeah.
Very
yeah.
nice. Joined by Billy Madison and Derek from the Billy Madison Show. 99.5 Kiss. Man, when you guys do your show in the morning, what time do y'all get up for that show? Because
Like today, I got up at 3:15. So that's what I'm
We
normally.
didn't even do the show today.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like I just woke up
Yeah.
at 3:15. That's
Jeez.
just usually the time I wake up because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
3:15, and I mean, I can't imagine doing a show. Start getting there at 6. Back in the radio days for me, I one time did. I swear to you, I did this. I one time did 11 hours of sports talk radio in one day. It was Christmas
Damn.
time. Everybody was on vacation. I did the 6 to 10, the 10 to noon, the 12 to 3, and I did like 4 to 6. And by the end of it, I felt like I'd gone through a wind tunnel. I had said every story imaginable at that point.
That's awful.
It was bad.
That's impressive, though. That's impressive. Yeah, I think the worst thing about doing mornings is, and we've been doing it for a long time, is every morning is hell. Like, it's never like, okay, I'm used to this. Like, I can get up. Every morning, it's like, oh my God, what are we doing? It's like, this is so early. It's never, it's never something anyways that, like, I feel like you get used to. Like, you're not supposed to be up at that time.
Is there any
And then
topics
you're
you look
going
at?
in.
Are there any topics that you look at and you go, man, I don't want to talk about that one today?
Yeah, like dogs getting run over,
No.
stuff like that. Like I try to
Yeah.
avoid those, or man, I don't know, like beheadings and things like that. Like I skip all those stories. I try to keep it just funny.
I
Right?
was
But like Derek
Yeah,
was saying, it's hard to
Yeah.
find content nowadays. So we have to create our
Right.
own. So our job's actually gotten way harder over the last 4 years than it's ever been. It used to be pretty easy. You just go home, there's plenty of content, like a ton.
Yeah.
And so but now there's nothing. So you have to
Right.
create your own content.
there's
You know what's
a
funny here? Look at Sean Quintero. He's saying Billy never takes days off. That's what Mike wants to really say. You know what's funny, Billy? And this is a true story. One time, me and Mike, we were so sick, man, and I had COVID. Mike was in California, and he was with one of his relatives. I think you were your cousin. And we did a show, and we both had COVID. Remember
Yeah.
that? We were
Mhm.
dying,
People
dude.
get mad if we miss a show. They get pissed.
Oh, they get real pissed off, right? They're mad
Yeah.
at us for taking vacation.
Yep.
Imagine
No, they are,
that.
for sure. For sure.
Do you ever follow people like on social media and think to yourselves, man, you guys are on to something? Because there's a reporter, Joe, I was showing you this morning. I've been following her for
Oh,
about
God.
a year. Her name is
Yeah.
Carissa Codell. She's an anchor for a small market TV station in Branson, Missouri.
Is that the
and-
blonde girl?
The blonde girl. Have,
Yeah.
have
The
you,
big
have you
girl?
seen her? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
show the audience what she's been doing these days. Give her an example of one of her TikToks because I think she's been brilliant. Been following her for a long time, and I'm glad that she's finally getting some run nationally.
Let's go ahead and play the video.
Honest opinion, touch up the bangs, lose 15 to 20 pounds. Go get them. Now that fills a frame. And as you guys can see from this graphic here, pig emoji. Built for breeding. Tonight at 5.
Damn, they said she's built for breeding.
Aggressive.
Damn, man.
Dude, so every week she reads the mean tweets about her, kind of like Jimmy Kimmel, where they has the celebrities read the mean tweets about themselves. She reads the mean tweets about herself. Every week, there's like 3 to 5 that come in that are just out of left field, talking about her weight and whatnot. But
I like her. I've watched a lot of her videos. I think she's awesome. We get the same hate, right? The exact same, probably worse.
Absolutely.
I mean, worse.
Way worse.
Yeah,
what's
way
the hate
worse.
for? What's the hate for? Is it for the content?
This is what I think. I think
It's for
if they
anything,
don't hate you and they don't comment and they don't say rude stuff, then they don't care about you. So if they're in there and they're making fun of saying that I wear a toupee and they're saying that my hair's not real and all this stuff and crazy, like I got a wig on, or you know what I mean? They're saying like, Nard, because Nard's going bald, and so if they're not commenting on what they perceive, as like our flaws and things like that, then that means they don't care. So I would rather get all the hate in the world and have them make fun of us. And that also, if you're hanging out with your bros, what do? You make fun of your bros and you're just chilling.
Oh, yeah.
They feel so comfortable with us that they know they can insult us in the chat, then show up at one of our BMS lives and say, "What's up, man? I just want to take a photo with you guys. I love you guys." So if they're not commenting, then they don't care. So I love all the comments,
That's
good or
strange
bad.
behavior, man.
Have you ever seen a
it
nice
doesn't
comment section though? Like, have you? I don't think like I could really say that there's a nice comment section out there. I mean, the comments are usually, no matter who it is.
Yeah, keyboard warrior type stuff.
Like, for instance, right now in yours it says Billy has women's soccer goalie cut.
Are you serious?
This person says the whole time I thought he was wearing a hat today. No, that's his hair, and it's like my real hair. But, so you got rude people in your chat.
Oh my goodness!
God.
Okay, so we have Elias on our chat asking the question because we showed that blonde anchor who's doing a fantastic job. They want to get your opinion on San Antonio tortas. Are you pro or against the torta life?
Extremely pro.
Yeah.
Extremely pro. My torta is on Ozempic right now, and it's pissing me off.
She's on Ozempic now?
Yeah, she's getting all skinny, and it's just like, ugh. Yeah. I love the torta life. Obviously, I'm a big boy, so I don't really match well with a skinny girl. But I love the San Antonio women.
Torta keeps everything in business, right?
Yeah.
So we have to have torta, and then we got to work out more, right? So if they don't have tortas, then we got to hit the gym all the time.
Well, isn't that the thing? You know that someone is cheating when someone suddenly hits the gym. I mean, if it isn't a New Year's resolution, if someone starts an exercise program in April, they're probably leaving you. Isn't that the way?
True enough.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Because of our show, I just think everybody's cheating all the time. Just because I have
this was funny at our BMS live. This dude revealed that he cheated on his kid's mom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not his kid. Yeah. His kid's mom. And so when they were together, well, we're like, oh my gosh, we were just getting people to admit stuff that they did. And so we were shocked. Like, damn, you cheated on your kid's mom. He goes, yeah, my kid didn't know about it. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And then he goes, yeah, my kid is standing right next to me.
Oh.
It's the first time that he's hearing that. So his kid was standing right there, and then I asked the kid, I'm like, hey, did your mom deserve it? And he goes, yeah, she deserved getting cheated on.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, we got some incoming super chats we got to address.
All right.
Here comes the money.
And this one's from Mario Cavazos. He's saying, it's Friday and we don't give a damn. He says, oh man, grito for the Holmes High School alum and today's guest. So he gets the old man grito.
presumir, a mis amigos les conté que en el amor.
When
Damn,
people
they get a
ask
lot for
what
their
is
money with that one.
when people ask what a grito is, it's the sound you make when you step on a nail, baby. That's all that it
Yeah.
is. $4.99 super chat coming in from Midtown Texas, saying people confuse Mike for George Zimmerman. Do I look like George Zimmerman?
I mean, I didn't want to say it.
Damn, Mike.
Jesus.
I try to
Oh
stay
my
away from
God.
the politics, bro. So
Woo! And we got another incoming super chat.
Oh,
Tony says Derek must
$1.99.
get the Kevin James comparison. Interesting.
no. Usually it's Chaz Bono or like some
that's
Oh,
not.
wow.
That's
you
been a
know.
long time, dude. Not since you were. It has been a long time since anybody says Chaz Bono. Now,
It's usually some lesbian that they compare me to. Or Shane
nah,
Gillis.
who's that
I get
comedian?
Shane Gillis a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
Shane
Shane
Gillis.
Gillis,
Mhm.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly roll. Oh my
If you
god.
put me side by side, I look identical to Jelly Roll, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, but you
They
look
gotta get the
way
face
younger
tats.
than him, dude. Way younger.
Yeah, but now he's skinny, so that's just like,
yeah, that just
Hey,
makes you
we
look
got another
old.
incoming super chat here.
damn.
This one's from I'm Still Here. I think that's Matt Lerma. He's saying, insult or not, Billy looks like Skinny Pete from Breaking Bad, while Austin looking like Walter White. I legit thought Derek was Shane Gillis for a sec.
Yeah, I get that one a lot.
I don't know, Skinny Pete. I never watched Breaking Bad, so I got to see who Skinny Pete is. I might look like him.
You'll be real happy about it.
Yeah, he was Pinkman's best friend. He was
Mhm.
Pinkman's best friend. The most touching line in all of Breaking Bad was done by Skinny Pete when he goes, "Because I respect you, man. I love you, man. You know, you're the man." It's good times, man. Good times.
Oh,
Breaking Bad,
badass.
greatest show ever. Greatest show ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Really,
show.
you think that's better than Vikings?
I've never
Vikings is
seen
pretty
Vikings.
What?
House of Cards. House of Cards best show.
House of
ever.
Cards is
Come
great.
on, Vikings
Yeah.
was badass.
I finished Tulsa King 2 days ago.
I don't mind that one. That one's good.
That one was
What's the
pretty
new
good.
one? The Land one?
The
that
Land
everybody's
Man.
talking about?
Landman?
The Landman.
Yeah, people are
That's
bagging
dirty.
it now. I was.
That's real filthy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
Well,
Billy Bob Thornton's phenomenal in everything.
And
Yeah.
it's with Whipped Cream Girl from Varsity Blues. What's her name? Allie Larder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she's still getting freaky in that show.
Right.
She
They
is.
don't turn that off ever, huh? It never like turns off.
Never.
Typecast.
Yeah, everybody's talking about. I think Sean Quintero is the one that says he watches both Landman and Tulsa King, but he says he likes Landman more. He says it's a better show, quality show.
Oh man,
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that show recently. I'll check that one out.
I enjoy Tulsa King. And
Breaking
then-
Bad is better than
now they
Vikings.
have
for
they have a
sure.
spin-off of Tulsa King that is now coming off, man. Because that guy, Taylor, what's his name again? Is the guy that does all the Yellowstone and all that stuff.
Oh, like that Sheridan guy.
Taylor Sheridan,
Yeah.
is his name? He does every show these days, man. Landman, that's his show. Tulsa King is his show. 1883 and 1930, whatever that was. all
When you're
over the
hot,
place.
you're hot. You gotta,
And they're
jump
all
on
the
it.
same show. They're all the
Right.
same show, just different setting.
Right.
Bro's got
Hey,
a
we're-
big ass ranch like outside of Dallas. I think he lives out somewhere out there, and just this huge ranch. He's always got a cowboy hat on. He lives that life.
Yeah.
Mad Men
we're
was a
gonna
great
ta-
show. That
We're going
Mad
to
Men
talk
was a great
about
show.
this,
Never
Mike.
forget.
Think this is funny. So Mike infamously had gone to Vegas one time, won a shit ton of money, and then blacked out and woke up with a whole bunch of chips next to his bed. And he'll tell you that story. But the funny thing is, I saw this scouring social media. So this girl, this woman, she went to the casino for the first time. She won a little bit of money, played the slots or whatnot. And basically, when she woke up the next morning, she checks her bank statement and she's showing that she owes nearly $50 billion and she's in debt. $50 billion in debt. And basically what happened is it's a bank typo. It's an error. So she got that fixed, but I was like, talk about having a hell of a night. I mean, can you imagine your first time going to Vegas and you wake up and you find your $50 billion in debt the next morning? It's
And-
like, you better win some money.
Well, I mean, that's crazy. The typo. Have you ever had a typo done to you? Like I've had a typo done with my paycheck where it was accidentally over $100,000 put into my account because they put an extra zero on
Why are you still here? You should have
That's
ran.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It got sucked back out 48 hours later, but it was funny. I had a friend, by the way, who I used to work with at KSAT,
Yeah.
who also worked for the Spurs.
Mhm.
He accidentally got one of the Spurs paychecks deposited into his checking account and made the news and everything
Oh hell
because his name, legit government name, is David Robinson.
yeah. Okay.
And they
Damn.
All
gave,
right,
they
that's
gave him
badass.
David Robinson's check like in 1997 or something like that. It was crazy,
Yeah.
man.
No,
But,
that's badass.
So the story that they're telling about, another tall tale, was me in Vegas. I was there for Super Bowl with some friends, and essentially I time traveled. And the time travel is when you black out and you don't know how you got from where you were, your last memory to where you woke up. I woke up in a casino. I remember Super Bowl party at Planet Hollywood. I remember walking, saying I'm going to go to the casino, and then I woke up in a hotel room that wasn't mine. And I don't know how I got there. And I look at the table, my kidneys were still there. And I look outside, I'm off strip, and I had a mountain of chips on the table. I'm thinking, whose chips
That's
are these?
amazing.
Apparently they're mine, right? So I go downstairs trying to figure out what happened. And I'm checking out of the room. And I'm like, did I pay for the room that I was at? And they're like, yes, sir, you paid for the room, blah, blah, blah. I ended up at the Hooters Hotel. Right?
Badass.
The Hooters Hotel. I ended up there. And they were laughing because they were like, you don't remember last night, do you? And I'm like, no. And there's like, you were at the craps table winning like crazy. You kept falling down. We actually had somebody babysit you, get all your chips and take you upstairs. And they put you in bed. We got your credit card. We got you a room. We took care of you. And I was like, oh, man, that's awful, man. I'm so sorry I did that. How long ago was that? Like, what time was that? And they're like, sir, that was 45 minutes ago.
Oh, damn.
I
That's
powered out
amazing,
my
though.
way
That's
out
like,
of
That's like
it.
a hangover. That's like a hangover story.
Yeah. So
Tell
Hooters
him
Hotel-
about the time. Look at Mario Cavazos is saying. Tell him about the time that you stopped somebody trying to rip you off at the ATM with the tennis racket.
Okay, so the Wells Fargo downtown, I was at the ATM when I was about 20 years old, 21 years old. I was trying to get into a club called the Vault, which was there back
Yeah.
in the day.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the ATM, and I used to play tennis. You know, I was a high school tennis player, all
Same.
that stuff.
Same.
So nice. Brothers, baby.
Yeah.
So I decided, because it was downtown, it was the middle of the night, I was going to go to the ATM, a lot of crazy people out there. I'm going to just take a racket as protection, right? Well, I'm getting money out of the ATM machine, $100 or whatever it was for the night. And this guy gets out a knife and goes, give me your money. You know, he's holding the knife. And I had the tennis racket underneath my, between my legs. And I picked up the racket and I just kind of did one of these numbers with it. And he just looked at me, he looked at the racket, and he walked away. So I got
I don't want to
rescued.
mess with a guy that's got a tennis racket on him. Yeah.
It
incredible.
was a 110 size racket. It wasn't a 95. The 95 wouldn't have scared him, but the
Right,
110
right.
most definitely did.
That's,
Do you believe that actually happened? Because no one on this chat believes that it ever did.
No, man.
Ooh, I don't know.
I
That's a
believe
tall
you just 'cause
racket.
I
You
don't
said
have a
you're only
reason not to.
5'7"?
Yeah.
I
It
don't
was a
know.
wide head. It was a wide head. I was gonna hit something.
Right, but you're venturing out and about. See, this is why I don't go out anywhere. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say true. It did happen.
All right,
Which
so
is, impressive.
the tail.
I'm
of
going
the
to say it
tape
was a
is-
ping pong paddle.
I like that too. Okay, so they believe that. Do you believe that I beat up somebody at Oyster Bake for grabbing my then wife's ass?
I'm gonna
believe-
say yes.
Okay. Do you believe that I refuse to play ball with Duncan?
Not at
That one's
2:30
the
in
one
the
I
morning,
did. That one's
no.
hard to believe. That one's hard
Okay.
to believe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
2 for 3, man. That's not bad.
That is pretty
And
good, man. That is actually really good.
Yeah, you have a lot of tall tales, Mike. And the funny thing is that his wife, what did she tell you? She calls you the embellisher.
Embellisher. She goes, "You're the
Oh,
embellisher."
okay. That's what
But if
your
you
own
were- if
wife
you were-
calls you? Oh, no, that's not good.
She goes, "If I was a superhero, I'd have a cape with an E that says it's called the embellisher."
The embellisher. Mike's
That's
told
awesome.
tall
That's
tales
awesome.
before in front of his wife, and I've been with them. And she just smiles and looks at Mike, and then she says, "Oh, the embellisher."
Oh, yeah.
You're like a big fish, just telling big
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
stories, huh?
That's right.
That's what they call it, like a
Yeah.
big fish. It's like, they just tell all these big stories.
Yeah,
Right.
some of
Oh,
the,
I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're going with that.
Yeah,
That's
embellish
funny.
the
Yeah.
stories.
the
Hey,
embellisher.
tell us about this the BMS lives that you have going on. When's the next one?
Oh God.
I'm not sure, Derek. Probably not till like April.
Yeah, probably not till April. They've been great turnouts, but they are just like this last one. What Nard was so bad at it that it makes me
Oh,
not want to. It makes me not want to do another one.
he's so bad. So I actually Nard was so bad that I had a talk with the GM. And
Yeah.
so at the next one, like I told him, like, look, I'm taking over going out into the crowd because Nard was so bad.
How many people turn
Nard
up to
can
these
park
events?
cars. That's what Nard can do. He loves cars. He loves to park. He can, you know what I mean? He can bring food to tables. He can wash dishes at our next BMS live. He was such ass. He was just butt cheeks at our last BMS live that I'm just gonna take it over because he's out in the crowd just taking selfies and not, we're trying to entertain these people, give them laughs and stuff like that. And this dude, he just thinks he's a superstar. He got a big booty princess, and
His
now
big
he's
booty girlfriend was in the crowd, and so he
oh
was distracted the whole time. But
Well,
yeah.
he was, he's basically like our line with the audience. And again, our audience is such a big part of our show. So he was so
And our
terrible
BMS
that I don't
lives,
want to
yeah.
do another one. But the turnouts to him are so good. I mean, I would say there's like it's probably like 1,000 that we've had at both of them.
Jeez.
Yeah,
At
no, it's
least cool because they only allow us to have so many because of fire code, right? So they
right.
cut it off at a certain amount.
does that scare you
Yeah.
that number of people will show up to an event?
Nah, man, we had almost 1,000 people show up for our Christmas photo.
Yeah.
So we did a
No, it's
free
awesome.
Christmas photo,
Yeah.
and we had like almost 1,000 people show up to that. So it's badass.
It is
That's
badass.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Derek,
Our
Billy
good
Madison
friend
from the
Susan.
Madison Show.
Susie, little Susie's in the chat. What's up, Susie? She's saying hi to everybody.
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Susie.
But yeah, my torch is actually yelling at me to take her to breakfast, so I think I'm
Very
gonna have
nice.
to jump off here.
All
But
right.
hey, I had a really good time, man. I'll have to come back and hopefully do this again with you guys sometime.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
thanks for
Derek, thank you
jumping
so
on,
much
Derek.
for hanging out with us, man. And
Yes,
Billy,
sir.
we'll let you go in a minute, but we just have a couple more questions for you. It's
Yeah,
just
that's fine.
A couple of
Bye,
thank you so much,
Derek.
Derek.
Bye, Derek.
Let's see here. Elias reaches out to us and says, "My wife calls me the Flash, but that's also for the bedroom." Midtown says, "The next I'm going to say that he's a street race with Paul Walker."
Dude,
JJ
you want to hear a
SB
crazy Paul Walker story?
Tell me.
Yeah.
All right, so I met him like years ago, and then he came to when I first moved to San Antonio. He came here, and we ate at this place called La Madeline. No, maybe it wasn't that. It was someplace by the rim. I can't remember the name of the place, but we're gonna go see the Alamo and do that kind of stuff. And then he was like real cool, down to earth dude. And then I was in Vegas, not like crazy drunk and getting wild like you. I was just watching shows and just hanging out in Vegas because one of my buddies is a comedian out there. And I get the text that Paul Walker died while I'm like at a show in Vegas. And I was like, damn, I was just with him. Like, I don't know, maybe 6 months prior to that, and that was his first time to San Antonio. Cool dude, though, for sure. Really
That's crazy.
cool.
Wow,
So,
man.
well, who are some other celebrities you met over the years that you thought to yourself, man, that guy's pretty cool, or had a weird interaction with?
Man, I think all the Spurs, super nice. Super nice. The only thing is I had butt hair when I met Tim Duncan the last time because I had longer hair and it was like parted down the middle. And so it looked like a butt. And so I want to get a redo on a photo. He's really nice. He's very, very nice dude. And so I'm sure he'll do it. But I'm like, man, I got to get a different photo, dude. I got to update that one.
Are you a Spurs
Um,
fan?
Yeah, I do. We got here when we moved here, they were whooping ass. They won a championship. Basketball was super exciting when we got here. So yeah, you can't help but become a Spurs fan when you move here. And
What are
I'm
your
just a
thoughts?
sports fan in general because I'm from a large city. So
Where are you from?
from Minnesota, like the
Minnesota.
Twin
Oh,
Cities.
nice.
And then my mom lived in Houston. She did radio in Houston, and so I've always been in big cities, and so they always have all the sports, and so it was nice. You moved to San Antonio, we got the Spurs, so I was glad to see that they were going to stick around.
Did you adopt the Texas teams, the Cowboys, the Spurs, or do you hold on to the
Well,
Twin City teams?
if you ask my mom, I've been a cow because I always hated the Vikings, and I was a big Cowboys fan growing up, huge Dallas Cowboys fan growing up. So I haven't I don't hate the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I root for them. But obviously my hometown's Minnesota, so Vikings. But yeah, my mom used to hate it because she's a huge Vikings fan. So she hated it that I said the Vikings sucked and I like the Cowboys. So and and like here's the funny story. Derek missed it, but we used to work in a building with Emmett Smith, and Derek would fart on that guy. Like you go in the elevator. He's told that story 1,000 times, but I was there. And I just remember seeing Emmett's face and looking at Derek like, damn, you sour ass dude. Like, what the hell?
Brings up another tall tale, Joe. The time
Which-
I had a conversation with a NFL legend, not realizing it was an NFL legend.
Oh,
I sprung up a 2-minute conversation with this one guy while we were like in line for food. He was getting chips and I was getting chips, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going? Well, great day, yeah." Just pleasantries, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that guy. We talked to each other for 90 seconds, maybe, right? And he's walking away, and I'm looking at him, going, "God, I know that guy. I know, like, I should know who he is." It was at Super Bowl Radio Row. It was Barry Sanders, and
Dang.
I like Barry.
And you call yourself a sports guy. How do you not know who Barry Sanders is?
It's 50-year-old Barry
Exactly.
Sanders, and he wasn't wearing his uniform.
He still looks the same. He doesn't even look that different.
I
You
don't
don't
know,
age,
man.
Mike.
He got a little puffier, man. He was
Yeah,
a
he
little puffier
probably,
like
he's
me.
off the diet. He's a little chubbier.
It took me a while to realize that, man, but that's what I get for being an idiot. And also, that's when I
God.
realized I was in the wrong room because I was in a green room when I should have been in the media room.
Oh, yeah.
Two different things, man. Two different things.
He's still up there.
Billy, your morning show, like I said, I'm fascinated by it because you have so many moving parts, so many different topics that go on, and it's very entertaining to listen to. You guys are very, very talented at what you do, and I know that it's a grind because 20 hours of content each week has got to be a hell of a grind. How long do you see yourself doing this, man? How long do you see yourself still doing the radio gig?
Well, we had a huge year this year, and we have a good management team in place that's allowing us to go out, and because for whatever reason we weren't able to get out to the community, and that sucked. That was like and they weren't letting us do video and things like that. So now we've got a good management team in place that's letting us do that stuff. So I mean, I could probably do this another 20 years, probably, I think.
Wow.
So I
Wow.
think, yeah, easily another 20 years. It's hard, but it's when the show's good and you're connecting with your audience and you have the mentality of being able to evolve with your audience and with the content, because that's the only way you're going to win, right? You have to constantly evolve. It's evolve or dissolve. So we're constantly evolving. Every year is that year where we look back at our wins. You look back at the things, you're like, where did we slack, or what pieces are missing, and then you just fill in those pieces and make it better for the next year. So
Well,
I
I
want to
mean,
ask Billy a question, actually. Anybody that's looking to always get into like podcasting, live streaming, wanting to do a show of some kind, what's the biggest advice you can give them on how to win over your audience?
yeah. The only way to win over an audience is to be authentic. Just be yourself. So I think that's the only thing. I think that's why our show does well, is because nobody's trying to be something that they're not. So I can admit that I wear women's perfume. You know what I mean? Just use women's deodorant. And it's funny because then you got the dude in Baltimore that's like, I wear women's perfume. I'm like, bro, I've been wearing women's perfume for 10 years. And then, Lamar Jackson says he does it. Now everybody wants to do it. So it's, I think you just got to be yourself. That's the best way to do it. And obviously, have a purpose. Why are you doing your podcast? What are you most passionate about? If it's, for me, if I were to do a podcast, I could probably talk endlessly about Star Wars action figures or nerd stuff or
Yeah.
whatever it is. If you're passionate about it, and and you can have vast knowledge on stuff, I think that's where you're going to connect with your audience.
You
I
guys
think
had
that's
that
what me
topic
and
the other
Mike
day.
have done, right? We've kind of built an ecosystem around just being, part of San Antonio and the culture.
Exactly. You guys
You
are a
know,
part of the community, and
yeah.
people, that it's a natural thing that you love your community and you love the things that bring happiness, joy, content to your community. So,
Now, I noticed that you said evolve or dissolve, incorporating things over the years like the YouTube channel or YouTube or Spotify for crying out loud. And do you look at the numbers and you think to yourself, man, how many people are listening to us on Spotify compared to 6 a.m.,
man,
10 a.m. type of thing?
let's see. Well, we have the highest podcast numbers in the company by a lot. And we just and we have people from all over the world that listen. So, I don't know, but then you have San Antonio, and we just do so well as I
Now,
don't.
where are you syndicated to?
We're out in California. We're trying to dominate Texas, get in as many cities in Texas
Yeah.
as possible. We switched to a new way of doing the syndication, so we lost a couple stations. Like we were on up in Wyoming on a couple stations up there, and up on the East Coast. We lost those stations just because they didn't want to pay, because we thought we were worth a certain amount of money, and they're like, nah, we don't want to pay that. But we were number one. I think we're number one in every market that we're in. So,
So is it your own entity or is it a Cox thing? How are you
it's like
structured?
joint. It's a joint thing. Got an agent. He kind of handles that stuff. So,
Okay. Hey, we do got an incoming super chat, Mike.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
And this is from Matt Gomez. He's part of the SAFC crew out there. And he's saying, what sports belong in San Antonio? He's asking.
Okay, so he's big into soccer. Are you a soccer guy
Yeah.
yourself?
well, I have sort of. I got a Cristiano Ronaldo signed jersey and David Beckham.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I need to get a Messi. That's the one. I'm like, just to complete my wall of soccer.
Now, do you go to
Um,
San Antonio FC games at all?
I like the crowd stuff, man, and the traffic. That's the only thing that deters me from, getting out there and doing stuff. And I'm always having to prepare for shows, right? So there's not as much time for, hanging out and going and doing fun stuff. But that's just part of the job. You gotta be married to your job. So
Yeah.
but like my dad never went to any of my sports stuff when I was a kid, so I decided to do play soccer in high school. And the only damn game that he goes to, I tore ligaments in my leg trying to score a goal. And of course, then the ball just kind of, it was just terrible. It was like the worst kick ever. There was like a hole in the ground, and then I'm getting carted off the field, and my dad's like, "Oh, what a turd of a son I got. This guy can't even kick a ball." And I had done so well, right? Before that, every
Yeah.
other game doing great. Then the one game this guy shows up to, he just, yeah,
Maybe he got you nervous, man. That's what
he
happens.
probably did. I
sometimes.
was trying too
Yeah.
hard, trying to impress your dad.
Exactly.
That's what.
Hey, Michelle Quinones, Sean's better half is in here, and she's saying the Golden Globes announced its first podcast nominees this year. I did see that's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, podcast is big. I think if we didn't do radio, we'd do a podcast, and I think I think it would do well.
Look at that,
So-
Billy. You got invited to the SAFC tailgate. They start their season back up next year. And what the guys do here is that they have a little tailgate that happens under the bridge right across the street from the actual Toyota field. So they get together, they have food, they have free booze and all that free beer that's actually donated. They have sponsors.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
after that, they cross the street, and you get to go and see a game, outside at the Toyota field. Nice place, man. I don't mind going. I don't get to go as often as I'd like to. But last time I went out there, I was out there with our good friend Lawrence. LG is like as if they like to call him. He used to be the producer for the Mike Taylor show. He's a friend of mine. So when we get together sometimes and we have some fun. And last time we were at that
Yeah.
SAFC game, and what was funny is that we went there and it was raining. but we were diehards, so we still went out there. We're sitting in the rain, getting wet, drinking beer, and then me and Lawrence go onto the top, right, the concourse area to go get another beer, and then he runs into his old boss, which is a camera operator, because LG's like a producer and all that, and the camera operator tells LG, "Hey, there's going to be an opening pretty soon. The Spurs are going to be hiring for somebody to do like all their audio video stuff, podcasts and all that." And he's like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, I'll apply for the job." And lo and behold, he winded up getting it. And it was all thanks
Damn.
to that
That's
meeting,
awesome.
that SAFC game,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. You never know what's going to happen.
You
Be in the
don't.
right place at the right time, man. Um, real fast before we let you go, Billy, kind of a get to know you segment type of thing, man. You mentioned on one of your shows recently that there's certain things from your childhood you don't like to get rid of. You mentioned, like action figures and things like that.
Yeah.
What was your favorite TV show growing up?
Man, favorite TV show growing up. Damn. Favorite TV show. Yeah, I was such a movie dude. So I still don't watch a lot of TV shows. I like big production movies. Like I'm amped for Avatar,
Yeah.
right? I'm like already bought my tickets. I'm ready to go. 3D. I went out when Avatar got released on Blu-ray. I went out, I got the 3D TVs, I got the nerd 3D glasses. Like I was ready to go. Like I love movies.
Yeah.
So any chance I could, I would go watch movies. Otherwise, I watched wrestling. So my favorite TV show probably would have been wrestling because I don't think I ever missed Ric Flair or, WWF, WWE stuff. So that was probably my favorite TV show growing up was wrestling.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Who
they
was your
do have
childhood?
Raw coming to town.
That's right.
soon.
Yeah.
That's a great show, by the way. I'm not a big wrestling guy. I grew up watching it, World Class Wrestling, the Von Erichs and
Yeah, oh yeah.
Snuka and
WCW, man.
And then I used to like Ted DiBiase back in the day. That was my guy, from Virgil.
Yeah.
God,
the,
$1 million
the
man.
the
Jeez.
manservant Virgil. But who was your childhood crush? Who was the celebrity crush growing up?
Dang. I was such a dork that I wish my childhood crush was probably Star Wars,
Leia?
right? It was probably like Indiana Jones, Star Wars,
It was that slave Leia,
Transformers.
man.
Yeah. Leia probably wouldn't slap now if you did that because she's got no wagon, no back porch. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they would
Got
have
no
to
cake.
give her a bigger butt to do that scene now because she has like my butt. So
Was it that you're talking about pancake ass?
you know how the ladies back then they had pretty much dude butts, and so guys would go crazy over and be like, look at her butt, and it's like that's now in today's standards that's just a man's ass. So
True enough.
One last
Hey, so I
question.
was going to ask you, Billy. You're a Star Wars fan?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me get your opinion about this, man, because I've watched Star Wars, since I was a kid, and I got to tell you, man, one of the worst characters, you either hate him or you like him, Jar Jar, man. What do you say?
Man, obviously unnecessary character, kind
Yep.
of ruined that. And then they killed off like such an awesome bad dude so fast, right? That should have made it to the next two movies. I don't know. That was I've gone back and watched those recently, and man, those are tough to watch. Some of them. The scenes, the quality is fantastic. The story had legs. It's just you had that distraction, that Jar Jar guy just throwing everything off, and then you had like this, Darth Maul dude that was just badass in the
Yeah.
best lightsaber sequence of all time.
And it's that
And you-
music, the Duels of Fate.
Oh man, it
you
was
ha-
sick,
yeah,
right?
whole
That's
thing,
just
dude.
sick.
Yeah.
And then they killed the dude off. Like he was just so badass. I don't know why. There was no rush to kill that guy off.
No, man. Disappointment, man. But they brought him back. If you watch like the animated series and stuff like that, they do bring him back
Yeah.
here. But I mean, it should have just been a continuation of like, you have the baddest
That was
villain
your Darth
right here.
Vader. That was your dude.
Yeah.
That was your Darth Maul should have been your Darth Vader, right?
Yeah.
That should have been the bad guy that everybody was scared of, that whooped everybody's ass.
Yeah.
And that guy was super talented too.
And they offed him in the first. And the
Yeah,
first
dumb. They
prequel,
chopped him
man,
in half.
I'm just like, come on.
So no way of bringing him back. I mean, that was just dumb. Super stupid. Jar
Yeah.
Jar, just trash.
Yeah, there you go. There you go,
I feel
Billy. I
bad for
like
the
your
actor,
style.
right? Because the actor like got all this heat because he's just being Jar Jar, but um, you know, I
They
feel
got a real
bad for the
question for you,
actor.
Billy. Joy-Con Drift King, he says, The Last Jedi, good or bad? I don't know if you've seen that one or not.
Man, I didn't like it where there was like Luke Skywalker did that weird thing. I didn't like it. Like the first one again had a chance. Then
Yeah.
it got weird in the second one, and the third one had a chance too, but then again, it just got weird with Luke Skywalker. Like, I don't know. That was a dumb sequence too.
As soon as they had him with the milk scene, you know what I'm talking about? I was
Oh
like, yeah,
yeah,
I'm
that was
done,
just
dude. I'm
dumb.
done. I'm out.
Yeah,
Dumb.
that was dumb.
All
We
right.
made Nard. I made him something that looked like that and made him drink it. He still doesn't know what was in that.
You know what, Billy? I'm going to tell you one thing, man. I've been to Disney, right? Disney World with the family, and I've been out there with my kids and stuff. And my son, he loved that blue milk, man. You know what I'm
Did he?
saying?
I won't try it because I think milk is nasty.
He liked the blue milk, man. I don't know what
Yeah,
it was.
kids
Like I
do. I
tried it
bet
too.
they
It was
do.
good.
Yeah, it's probably
It
like
was good.
blueberry or something. They probably love it.
It was like it was made with coconut milk or something like that, and they put
Yeah.
like food flavoring in it and food coloring. And I'm like, let me try it. Let me see if it's good. And then I tried it, and he tried it. I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, I want to refill. I want to get me another one. So he went to town on them, man. It was really
Yep.
good. Yeah. So there you
There's, a,
go.
there's one last question on the chat. They're asking you Disney resorts. What's your favorite resort at Disney?
I like they call them the economy ones because they're
Ah,
cheap because you don't even spend that much time in your room.
Right.
no.
And so I didn't grow up bougie or anything like that. So I love the economy ones that are like $290 a night or something because it's expensive anyways. But
Pop
you're not in
Century or
your room.
something.
I mean, if I'm gonna give you some like go to Disney World advice, stay at one of those economy ones. Save your money for the park and other cool stuff. Unless you're real fancy or something and you gotta have I don't know, a gym and I don't know. I like the economy ones. The people at the economy ones
Yeah.
are my people, so I like the people watch.
You sleep on the Cars bed, Billy, because you know how they have that Cars bed you can
They do,
pull
but those
down.
those ones are expensive. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like they have like the all-star ones. They got
All-Star Resort.
Pop
Pop
Century.
Century.
Pop Century,
Yeah,
yeah.
you stay at those and those are the cheap ones. Those are the good ones. Or
Art
you
of
can just
Animation's been my favorite.
yeah, that one's expensive. You must make a lot of money.
No, that one was cool because when you stay there, you can get on the Skyliner, so
Yeah,
you
you
just
can at
walk.
Pop Century too for half the price.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been to both, so we're trying to actually like make the rounds and stay at different resorts when we wind up going. The last one we went to was during New Year's Eve, during the celebration that they had there, and we went the day after Christmas, and we stayed at the boardwalk, which is kind of expensive, but it was really nice.
Yeah, no, they are. There's some really nice resorts there.
Yeah, I didn't mind that one. That one, there was always something to do. It was really nice. The rooms were nice. I mean, the cool thing I liked about it is when you came back and you're walking up and you're trying to you go through the hall when you're trying to get to your room, right in the middle, they have like this community bar, right? And so before you get to your room, you can just sit down on the sofa there. You can order your drink and everything, and you're just shooting the shit with the other, dads that are there too, that have been
Yeah.
through the same type of crap that you've been through, walking through the park all day, spending money, and they're just sitting there and they're watching the game, and they're like, "What's up, man?"
See, if I don't get 30,000 steps, I feel like I didn't get my money's worth. So
Dude, you do bare minimum. You're doing 8 miles, and that's just like to
at
start off.
and how
Yeah.
I do it, it's insane. Like it's like my family, they're tired. They are tired
Oh yeah.
after each day.
Now, we mentioned earlier that you're at La Cantera a lot. PF Chang's is sponsoring the show. They helped. You're good friends with Sean Quintero. I'm a good friend with Sean Quintero. I've known him since he was 14 years old. What is instead of us playing the 30-second commercial of PF Chang's, what's your go-to menu item at PF Chang's?
Okay, so I put myself on a real restrictive diet because I don't know. It just felt like it was time. Like I cut all sugar and everything. So I just had a talk with Sean because I'm like, bro, there's only like 3 places I can go eat. And PF Chang's, they got this salmon. It's like a miso salmon with broccoli. That's how I get it. and it is fire. It's badass, and so that's what I get all the time. But then the pot stickers are awesome. And what I used to get, I used to eat like an 8-year-old. So I would go there, I get the sweet and sour chicken and pot stickers, and then I would get their dessert after. But then I
Yeah.
went to my cardiologist, and he's like, "You got to cut that out, dude." So now my dessert is a salmon.
Okay. Have you had the lettuce wraps? Because I like the lettuce wraps.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And it's like the lettuce they give you is huge, and
Yeah.
the
Fills it up.
portion size is badass. Yeah, I can't have the lettuce wraps anymore because of my diet, but maybe I'll put a piece of salmon in the lettuce. Maybe Sean will let me do that.
You know
Very
what,
nice.
Billy? I was going to tell you, if you go back to the PF Chang's, the best server that they've had there that I've liked, her name is Dee Dee, man. Dee Dee knows her stuff.
Okay, I'll have to check it out because I've had all different servers. They're always awesome.
Yeah.
It's probably not part of the diet, but we live and die by the smoked old fashioned over there.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
to die for over there. But don't forget, they have Wednesday half off bottles of champagne and half off bottles of wine on Wednesdays. Happy hour every day from 3 to 6. We know that you're on vacation, Billy. We'll let you get
Yep,
back on,
time to
on your
roll.
vacation.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being on, and
Thank you, man.
we appreciate you supporting our podcast, and we support you guys as well. Anything that you guys need from us for anything, any event, we'll be there, man. We'd love to.
Okay, awesome.
to
That's
support
cool.
you guys.
Appreciate you guys.
And if you guys have any fundraisers going on, anything like that, charitable stuff
Yeah,
like
let
that,
us
give us
know.
a call. Let us know.
Definitely. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you for having us on today.
They
All
are
right.
very
Thanks,
nice.
Billy.
Thank you,
We'll
Billy.
see you, man.
All right,
Peace, man.
appreciate it. All right, take care.
That was badass. That was
Good
badass. Having
time.
Billy Mess. It's funny when you listen to a show, Joe, because there's so much that you get out of it. Like I said, it's if you don't like the topic, wait 30 seconds. It's going to be something else. And I don't know
Indeed.
how he does it. I'm in awe of people who are
Yeah.
able to think on their feet the way that they can.
It's
Like-
it's a lot, dude, to take on a show for 4 hours a day and to come up with the content and all that. I mean, we have our hands full just coming up with content to do an hour and a half. Sometimes
Yeah.
we go over, but I mean, we're here every day,
And then for them to be syndicated as well, for them to be
Yeah.
all over Texas and parts of California, and he said for a while there in Wyoming. I mean, that's remarkable. It's because you need to craft the show so that a San Antonio audience would enjoy it because that's your bread and butter. That's where you're from.
Oh, yeah.
But you also have to do it in a way that is regional and maybe even national as well. You can't be saying North Star Mall necessarily on a nationally syndicated show. It's difficult, but they thread that needle very well, man. They do a fantastic job. Some of the things they have on there, the phone calls that they have on there, are pretty funny, man.
They're funny, dude.
Especially people who have gone on dates or bad dates or whatever the case may be. And
Yeah.
we didn't really get into the whole idea of how the evolution of morning radio has changed over the years. I remember growing up, it was about Howard Stern, and it's kind of become a little bit more politically correct, but they're on the edge of it on the right way. I like what they do over there. It's a fantastic
Yeah.
show. Every morning,
If
on
you're not
99.5
draped in
Hits.
controversy, what are you doing?
Exactly. You got to flirt with the line a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't cross the line necessarily, but flirt with it. It's pretty good. Derek was also really funny as well, man, because as he said, he's familiar with the controversies that we've had on our show from time to time. Controversies that we don't even think that are controversial. It's one of those things where it's just us being idiots. Just
Shout
us
out
being
to Michael
ourselves.
Carlos, man. He put us on the map there, always doing articles and whatnot. Puro, you know? Hey, but we do got a Dallas Cowboy game coming up here, Mike, and this one's going to be a big one for them. They got to beat the Minnesota Vikings, man.
Yeah.
And, it's prime time, Mike. 7:20 is a tip, but the thing is that the Cowboys got to win, and they got to have the Eagles lose two more games. Cowboys can't afford to lose another game, or their playoff hopes are done. What's your gut telling you about the Cowboys and the Vikings?
Vikings suck, dude. JJ McCarthy's an
5-8.
awful quarterback. He's an awful quarterback. This should be a guaranteed win for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my!
It should be, man. I mean, what are the Vikings going to throw? When you have JJ McCarthy unable to find Justin Jefferson the ball, are you kidding me? Justin Jefferson, arguably the best wide receiver in all of football, at the worst top 5. you can't find him the ball. It's ridiculous. Just JJ McCarthy is throwing the worst passes. He's a bust. And I know it's his first year as quarterback because he got injured his rookie year before the season started. He missed the entire rookie campaign. But man, he has an awful arm, and I don't know what it is. JJ McCarthy, here's the thing though. When he got from Michigan, right? That was a total job done by Harbaugh, the head coach over there. It was political. Like he hyped him up so much that he got picked number 10 in the draft. That was all hype. It had nothing to do with talent. And it's the reverse of Shadir Sanders, who had talent of the top three rounds but fell to the fifth. The opposite happened with JJ McCarthy. He had the talent of a fifth rounder, a third rounder, but he got picked in the top 10.
We got some data here that I wanted to share with you. And this was a courtesy of Blogging the Boys on the X here. And they're putting the 2025 regular season offensive stats between the Boys and the Vikings. And their points per game, rushing yards per game, passing yards per game, turnover differentials. You got the whole thing there, Mike. I mean, the numbers, like I said, they don't lie.
Cowboys are the better team.
Cowboys are the better team, and they should win this damn game. They should.
This should be like, if I was betting on this game, I don't even know what the odds are, but Dallas should win this game by double digits. They should win this game by double digits. They're that much better than Minnesota, and I am not a Cowboy fan, so it just is what it is. Looking at other things this weekend, I was thinking about it because we saw Tampa Bay lose yesterday to the Atlanta Falcons by a point. What happens if the Dallas Cowboys finish with a better record than the NFC South champion? That's going to piss off Cowboy fans out there. If the Cowboys finish, let's say they finish, I don't know, 10-6-1 or whatever. No, they have 7 losses, 9-7-1, right?
Yeah.
And you have a team that is winning the division at 9-8. This is very possible because Carolina and Tampa Bay both look like they don't want it. They're both losing their games. Tampa Bay not only lost to Atlanta yesterday, they lost to the lowly Saints the weekend before. Brutal, dude. And the Cowboys are going to sit there with a better record than the NFC South champion, which points to the fact that the Notre Dame thing. Did you hear what happened with Notre Dame?
What happened
this week? Remember, they got pissed off because the playoff football committee took Miami instead.
They got sour grapes.
They got sour grapes, and they said, well, we're not going to play a bowl game. Well, they revealed this week, I don't know if you've been following the story, that they have a letter of understanding with the football committee that says that if they finish in the top 12, they're automatically in. Even if they have to jump over an 11 or a 10 to get in because of automatic bids and Power 5, this and the other, like Tulane getting in or James Madison getting in, that even if they have to jump somebody, if they're in the top 12, they get in. Preferential treatment for Notre Dame for future years. So what have all the other conferences done? They are now threatening Notre Dame by saying, we're not going to play you any more non-conference games. So think about that. These other schools are saying, we have you on the calendar for 2026, 27, 28. But after that, because you get preferential treatment and we don't like it, we're not going to schedule you ever again.
Yeah.
So that means you can't play the Big 10. You can't play the Big 12. You can't play whatever. So can you imagine if they have a season where they're only playing UTSA and East Carolina and SMU? That's what they're threatening to do. They're saying no Big 10 matchups, no Big 12 matchups, no ACC matchups, no Pac-12 matchups. We're not going to have preferential treatment out anymore for you. And it's stupid that the college football would do that.
It is. I mean, Notre Dame just had sour grapes, man. They got mad. It's the equivalent of you bring in your basketball to play on the court. They pick you last, and you're like, I'm out. You're taking the ball with you back home, so no one else can play. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Wemby, they're asking the question, is Wemby going to play this weekend? No.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen anything credible saying that Wemby is coming back this weekend. There's just speculation. But I doubt if they let him come back to play against OKC. Why? Why would you do that if your team's already rolling? I mean, he's going to disrupt the offense at that point, and that's not a game where you really want him to play in the thick of things. You're going to want to bring him in slowly. I think he'll come back maybe the game afterwards or something.
Spurs are going to play Oklahoma City 3 times in less than 2 weeks. And on top
They
of
are.
that, I saw this tweet saying that the reward for the Spurs making the semis of the Emirates Cup is that they have to play the Thunder 5 times this year.
Ooh.
They've never played them 5 times in a year. You only play them 4 times a year. They're going to have to play them a 5th time this year, which is brutal. One of the Spurs games for next week, I believe, against the Wizards, got moved. So
Yep,
those who have
18th.
tickets, it got moved one day because the Spurs are in the Emirates Cup semifinals, and it kind of
Yeah. So keep in
flexed.
mind, Spurs are going to be playing the Oklahoma City Thunder for the semifinal of the NBA Cup Saturday at 8 p.m. And then on Thursday, they go ahead and play the Wizards. Then they play the Hawks on Friday. And then Sunday, they play the Wizards again. And this is where they start their gamut against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They play them on Tuesday, December the 23rd, right? That's the 1st
Mhm.
meeting. Thunder at Spurs. And then the Spurs are on the road Christmas Day. After you finish opening your presents, you get ready to watch Spurs and Thunder. That tip-off is scheduled for 1:30 p.m. So in the context of these next couple games here, Spurs are playing the Oklahoma City Thunder a total of 3 times.
Mhm.
That's a
That's
lot.
crazy. That's a lot for a team that is 24-1, man.
Yeah.
Can a team in the year 2025 be declared the greatest team of all time? Or
Oh,
is that
man.
prisoner of the moment? Because the most wins anyone's ever had is 73-9, which was what Golden State did with Curry. But it's weird because old heads like you and me don't consider that Golden State team to be the greatest of all time. In fact, they didn't even win the title that year.
They didn't, dude. It's the record, man. Like, even though your record tells you, hey, you were the best team overall, it doesn't mean anything when you get to the playoffs, right?
Mhm.
It's like the records have been reset. Everybody has 0 wins, right? As you start playing, then you start advancing, and that's where your real record will be reflected, on whether you get to the chip for the chance to play a chip or not, right? You're getting to the
Right.
finals. And the thing is, if you look at the great teams, probably arguably one of the greatest teams would have to be looked upon as the Chicago Bulls when Michael Jordan was in his heyday and they were winning championships, because it was a different era. It was a grind out basketball game where it wasn't high scoring. People were knocking their heads off of each other. I mean, it was like wrestling out there on the court. It was brutal. The playoffs then were were a gauntlet to get through, to even get to the finals. Everybody was banged up and beat up. And the Bulls team, you look at them, I got to say, Mike, I think they're probably going to be one of the greatest teams to go down in NBA history. Was
They
that
will.
Chicago Bulls team?
They will. Tony Ross is asking the question, what are our fun plans this weekend? Joe, you need to do something fun, especially when
Your mother-in-law passes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing something. There's a market that they have, a Christmas market that I just saw on social media. They're going to have it on Houston Street, and it's going to be from 10 in the morning all the way up until about 9 p.m. at night. It looks like a lot of fun. I might round up the nieces, go out there and check it out. They like spending uncle's money.
Yeah.
I'm the fun uncle. I'm the funkle. I'm the fun uncle that takes them and does stuff with them. So they like hanging out with me.
I am driving to San Antonio tomorrow morning. I was going to do it tonight. But man, Chica and I are tired. We've had a long week. It was my stepson's birthday yesterday, so we drove into Houston to have dinner, and then he graduated from Rice earlier in the week, so we drove into Houston for that. Which sounds like it's close, but Conroe to downtown Houston, it's like an hour-long drive.
Yeah.
We're gonna chill out tonight and just watch TV. But tomorrow morning, we're gonna get in the car. We're gonna drive to San Antonio. We got a hotel over there by the airport.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to my company Christmas party, which is at a very, very, very beautiful home in Castle Hills, my boss's house over there. And
Nice.
then on Sunday, going to spend time with my little one, little Ava. And then my oldest daughter, Gabby, she is performing at the Paper Tiger, which used to be the White Rabbit. She's performing at the Paper Tiger 5:30 on Sunday, so I'll be there with
Nice.
Chica watching my daughter go. Gabby has joined. If you've ever seen the movie Camp Rock or School of Rock, rather,
Yeah.
where Jack Black, where you learn music or whatever. She's always been very musically inclined. She played the trumpet growing up. She's played the piano basically her entire life. But you have these adults who are learning to play rock music, and they do recitals. So there's going to be a bunch of kids and a bunch of teens and a bunch of young adults who are learning how to play rock music, and it's actually
Yeah.
pretty fun, man. They did it at the Pearl a few months ago. They're going to do it over here at the Paper Tiger. Last time she did a No Doubt song where she was playing the keyboards for it all, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And she did backup vocals and stuff like that. So we'll be there.
I got a Christmas little thing to give you and Chica, so maybe you can come pick it up, so you can take it back and add it to the collection.
Oh,
A gift
yeah.
that I made for y'all.
No, we'll most definitely be there for that, man. We'll call you on Sunday morning and see where you're at
Yeah.
for all that. But Christmas time is upon us. I'm working. I'll be doing the podcast Monday through Thursday of next week. But
I'm
then
gonna
I'm
be
going on
off
vacation.
Monday.
Okay. So maybe
My daughter's graduating from UTSA. That's why.
congratulations. I
Yeah,
might
thank
fly
you.
solo on Monday, or maybe ask Fernandez if he wants to come on, or somebody wants to come on Monday. But I'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Chica and I are taking our kids to Cancun.
Oh,
So
nice.
gonna go.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun times over there, man.
All inclusive resort.
All inclusive resort, man. Chica likes
Nice.
the water, man. She likes to
Oh,
get
yeah.
get the sun.
It's that
And
nice blue water out there. It's not that caca water that we have over here, man.
oh, most definitely. And it's funny because I was in a relationship for 10 years where I had somebody who didn't like to do anything, didn't like to go out, and didn't like to travel, and or gave an excuse as to why you can't. Chica and I have been, we'll be Cancun. We've gone to Barbados, we've gone to Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, we've gone to Florida, we've gone to Vegas, we've gone to South Carolina. We travel a lot.
Yeah.
And it's because she tells me, she goes, we're the healthiest we'll ever be. We're the youngest we'll ever be.
Do it now before you get older.
Yeah, none of this. Let's go do this, that, and the other at 80 years old. She goes,
No,
let's
man.
do it while we're young. And so I've never been on a jet ski, Joe. I'm 40 years old. I've never been on a jet ski. And I'm going to do that, man.
One of my best friends is going to be moving, dude. He's going to be moving here next year to the Philippines. My boy Jonas Clark's going to be moving.
Yeah.
So now, I got to start getting into shape, getting stronger, lifting weights, and doing all this stuff. I want to be in better shape for my nieces too, and for my kids. That way I can do a lot more stuff, with them. But more importantly, I want to lose all this weight and everything too, and get in better shape, because I want to be able to get on that plane and do like that 26-hour flight. It takes 26 hours to get to the Philippines and go and visit my boy, so it'd be fun to hang out, over there in the Philippines. But I will tell you one thing. He's already warned me. It's hot over there, Mike. You'll be sweating up a storm. It's humid, man.
No, I mean, it's beyond it being hot. It's the fact that
The humidity.
it's a sticky hot,
Yeah. You're like in the jungle, man. Like, it's like, it's hot out there, dude. It's like, we're going to have fun. I'm going to have fun when I'm out there, but I'm just like, damn. It takes a long time to fly out there. He's like, yeah, the flight's like 26 hours with layovers and this and that. You got to get a flight from here. Then it leaves. The actual flight leaves from Seattle, Washington, and then it takes off and takes you over the ocean to get to the Philippines.
Yeah, that's a lot of travel, man. I'm not used to that. Usually I get a little stir crazy if it's a 3-hour flight or longer.
Jeez.
But once you get beyond that, like my daughter went on a 22-hour flight one time. It's like,
Woo.
that is way too long to be on a plane.
You
But
need like
Joe-
one of those rooms where you get like you can relax and it has like a bed you can sleep in and stuff. Like it's like a little hotel room. I don't want to be sitting with the poors in economy class. No, man.
No, I
No.
get that, but that's got to be pricey, Joe. But man, I gotta let you go, man. I gotta hit up some work. Give me a call if anyone needs any financial advice. 210-508-0369. 210-508-0369. If you have a need for a retirement account, 401k rollover, IRA, you have a business and want to set up a simple IRA or a 401k for your company, give me a call. Life insurance, long-term care, all of that jazz, give me a call. I'll be in San Antonio this weekend, so if anyone wants to get together, just hit me up, DM me, give me a call. 210-508-0369. Joe, go Spurs go. Big
Go
game
Spurs.
Saturday night against Oklahoma City. Spurs win that game. There's money on the line, Joe. Money on the line. Spurs have already banked $106,000 each for making the semifinals. If they win this game, they double it up to more than 200,000. So the Spurs are playing for 100 grand, man. It's interesting stakes.
Statement game, Mike. If Spurs can win this one without Wemby, it sends a strong signal to the rest of the league. They don't want
Spurs-
none of this.
Spurs have already beaten Denver without Wemby. They've beaten Houston. They've beaten the Lakers without Wemby. They're making statement games out there already, but this is a big game for the Spurs on Saturday night. Again, it's going to be a tip-off on Amazon Prime. So again,
Don't ask me for a link. Don't ask me for a link.
exactly. Pay the
Come on,
$15, get the subscription. We'll be back on Monday, or at least I'll be back on Monday. And Joe, we'll figure it out, man. But congratulations to your daughter.
All right, everyone, have a great week and stay safe. We're out. Peace.
Take care.